Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let's take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day.
Hi, welcome to Wisconsin Family. I'm Justin Riley.
And I'm Jessa Jeremiah, and we are having a lovely time out in Middleton here at Capitol Brewery.
Yep, we're going to talk to those folks a little bit later. We'll actually talk with the president later today, and he's going to talk about 30 years of brewing excellence.
I'm going to ask what his favorite beer is.
Okay.
I'm excited.
I'm excited to know that too.
We're going to talk about a really great event, too, that you don't want to miss the details for. It's going to affect the World Craniofacial Foundation. We'll tell you the details later in the show.
And we'll be joined by Emily from Dog Days Grooming and Care, and that's coming up right after the break.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. You might recognize this lovely room if you've been here yourself a time or two. We're over at Capitol Brewery. We're in the beer stube, and fun things are happening behind us.
Yes, they're cleaning, I think, right now.
Well, they're cleaning, but they're also brewing, so that's what I was referring to. Although cleaning is also a fun activity. I enjoy it.
Yes, and absolutely enjoy it all the time.
We're going to talk about that with Miss Emily Ruzicka, who joins us from Dog Days, and we're so pleased to see you. Thanks for coming back.
Nice to see you too.
We love chatting with you, as you know. So let's talk about cleaning and spring cleaning, because spring is coming. I think so.
It is.
It may not come soon, but we start thinking about cleanup and kind of cleaning out our closets, but do dog owners think about this too? And what does that mean for you with Dog Days Grooming and Care?
Sure, thanks. Yes, so as Jessa was saying, spring cleaning is kind of in the air, supposedly, even though it's still snowing outside today, but it's coming, I swear. And oftentimes, many dog owners think, oh, it's time to spring clean the dog, as in get a short haircut, start fresh. And that's absolutely true. That's a great time to get back in there and get on the grooming horse, if you will. But here's the issue: is oftentimes parents of dogs think that that is the time to do spring cleaning or a short haircut or maintenance, and that is what the fact that is the problem is that actually this is something that needs to happen consistently throughout the year. It's a health and maintenance concern with your dog. So spring, yes, every time throughout the year, yes, as well for grooming.
So we're not wrong that this is a good time,
Correct.
but it's not the only good time.
Hey,
Okay, let's play a little game. We're going to play myth or fact.
awesome.
I'm going to give you a statement.
love
You
games.
tell me if it's true or false. So,
Okay.
myth or fact: longer hair keeps dogs warmer during the winter.
Okay, so this one is a myth in that, yes, sort of, it keeps dogs warm in the winter, as maybe, throwing on a scarf for us keeps us warmer temporarily outdoors. But generally, just because you keep your dog's hair longer and decide not to get any grooming action done throughout the winter is not necessarily great for your dog's health. In fact, if your dog is outdoors in the winter with very long hair, getting in the snow and getting wet, that undercoat is not getting dry really ever if that hair is very long, and that is actually going to add to the chill and is going to add to the lack of maintenance and good health for your dog in general. So that's just a small example of how that's true and false. It's just more detailed than that, so there's more education there.
You might
behind.
actually have a damp doggy.
Yeah, you'd have
Yeah.
a damp doggy, and that's
Don't
not
have a
good. That's
damp
not going to keep them warm at all. It's
No.
like wearing a wet jacket all the time. It'd be
Right.
awful.
Right? Yeah, it'd be terrible.
Yeah, and because it's not moist, their coat isn't always moisture wicking like some of our coats are.
Correct. Correct.
Okay, we got another one. Okay, I feel like we need a drum roll. Myth or fact: grooming is about looks and style.
Myth. Absolutely. Everyone likes their dog to look cute, right? And that is the hopeful outcome of the grooming job, and typically it is the outcome. But grooming, like I was saying before, is part of health and maintenance for your dog. So look at it like just as important as visiting the vet. We suggest, and most groomers do, 6 weeks to 8 weeks for a visit. You don't always have to get a full haircut and nail trimming and ear cleaning. You can go to just doing the bathing and brushing if you want, or just brushing, something to continue the maintenance throughout the year. Otherwise, what you're going to find underneath that coat is going to start to get just unhealthy. I mean, there's going to be matting, there's going to be stuff that gets in there, because dogs will be dogs and they'll get out in the dirt and they'll get burrs and they'll get stuck and you won't ever even see them. Your
We're
groomer
not
might be the
hopping
only
in the
one who
shower
sees them.
every day like we are.
Right,
so there's
right. So we have
stuff
to provide that for them.
buried in there. Okay, so
Exactly. So it is for style, but it's also for maintenance. So that's most important is for their health.
okay, it's just an added benefit.
Correct. And they're going to look cute. I mean, if they go to dog days especially. Thanks, Tracy.
So talk to us about some of the other health benefits for keeping your dog well groomed. I mean, you said you don't have to necessarily even have them get a fur cut or a haircut every single time, but what are some of the health benefits of just taking them to the groomer?
Well, so for instance, like if you didn't want to do the full-on groom and you see that your dog's, say, facial hair, not as in like a beard, but like they have hair all over their face, is starting to get long in areas around their mouth or eyes, you could come in and just have a face trim happen. If it doesn't happen, you can have these dogs with very long hair, and they're going to come with that. If they're long-haired dogs, they're going to need grooming. That's part of the package with a dog that needs grooming and long hair. It can grow and get start to make their eyes tear, start to get that goopy stuff in the corner. That can lead to ulcers and other eye infections. Also, long hair in their mouth that collects dirt, food. All of a sudden, that can get infected or just really just kind of yucky, and then get stuck in their mouth, create teeth issues. I mean, it's complicated. So so you can come in and just get a quick face trim if you need it, and not the whole works too.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Maybe bring your husband too.
Yeah, just no grooming.
I'm kidding.
Manscaping.
I got one more.
Okay.
Myth or fact, nail trimming for dogs is good to avoid scratching floors and yourselves.
This is true, obviously, as we don't like to, little dogs especially, to come and jump on you and things, and they're going to scratch up your legs. But really, if you don't get your dog's nails trimmed, what can happen is actually, picture your own nails, very, very long, trying to walk around like that, and they're going to push back on your fingers as they're going to push back on your dog's pads. It's going to become uncomfortable, and also there can get to be dirt, snow, all kinds of whatever they're walking around and stuck underneath there. Again, same kind of thing with the mouth and teeth. It's going to lead to infection. It's going to lead to just all kinds of strange things happening underneath the surface and underneath kind of the curve of the nail there. So it's, again, for their maintenance and their health. So
Absolutely.
quick answer for that.
Lots of good information there, and unfortunately we are out of time, Emily. But thank you so much for joining us today.
It goes too quick.
It does go
This
too
was
quick.
fun though. We should do
Yeah.
myth
We
or
should play
fact. Let's
games
do it
more
again.
often.
Okay.
Yeah, we can. No problem.
I would have guessed wrong on almost all of those.
That's what I'm
So
here for.
lots of fun. We'll go to Dog Days Grooming and Care. This is Emily Ruzicka. She and her team are fantastic.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, Justin didn't need any dog bones today, but maybe next
didn't.
time
Maybe
when
next
you're
time.
back. We'll be back with more Wisconsin Family.
Thanks.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are here at the beer stube of Capital Brewery and enjoying ourselves immensely.
Not too much.
Not
though.
too much,
We gotta
though.
be careful of what we say there.
Yeah, played some games with Lori from Pegasus, and now we're here with a gentleman named Jack Akala. Jack, welcome.
Thanks for joining us.
And-
We're
Welcome, thank
proud
you.
to have you.
Jack, you are sort of representing the World Craniofacial Foundation today, and you're kind of here to talk about an event that's coming up on April 30th at 1:30 and 7:30 p.m. at the River Arts Theater at Sauk Prairie High School.
Right.
So
Yes.
talk to us a little bit about the event and why you decided to put
Okay.
it on.
Well, I've had 25 surgeries on my face over the first 42 years of my life, and I had a birth defect called hypertelorism, and it was a case where my eyes were widespread on my forehead, and I could see about 270 degrees of peripheral vision, which was good for hide and seek, basketball, and the kids couldn't get away with as much in the back seat of the cars as most adults would be able to do.
Absolutely.
So this is a fundraiser to help the Craniofacial Foundation, and I'm bringing Jimmy Fortune, formerly of the Statler Brothers, to Sauk Prairie, and he's agreed to do it. And of course, if you put up a little money, they'll go any place. So
But that's great. Now, this is an incredible organization because now you saying that you've had 25 surgeries in your life to correct this birth defect,
defect,
correct?
yep.
So now, we were chatting just briefly before we started. This is I guess a simpler procedure, or at least a less time-consuming one, where it takes less of these surgeries to actually help fix this
right.
birth defect. And so the money raised for this event is going to go to this organization and help children and all kinds of folks who are in need of this surgery. And what a great way to do it. You've got a great entertainer coming, of course. Why did you choose Jimmy Fortune of all folks?
Well, I've followed the Statler Brothers for several years, and their music has always been very enjoyable to me. And Jimmy has been with them since 1982 when he replaced Lou DeWitt one of the original members, and he was too young to retire in 2002 when they retired as a group. So he started his own single career, and he's been doing quite well. He's had some high recognition lately, and his price has actually gone up $1,500 in the last 6 months.
All right, so he's hot.
He's hot, and he's very entertaining, and
Must be worth it.
So it's worth it.
Puts on a good show.
Well,
Right.
It sounds like there's a lot going on at this event, a lot to worry about in terms of setting it up. Do you have any help with this?
I've got a lot of help. I've got 6 or 8 people who are part of my committee because I didn't want to have to feel like doing this all myself. And I've got some sponsors that have been fantastic. I've gone around and tapped almost every business in Sauk Prairie, or at least tried to.
Thank you to those folks, by the
And
way.
we've got over $13,000 in sponsorship money to cover the cost of the thing. So all the money that comes in from ticket sales is actually going to go strictly for the cause of the foundation.
That's
So,
incredible.
Nice.
What a fabulous thing to do, a great thing to go enjoy. Lots of moving parts, it sounds like.
It
but
is.
will be a wonderful, wonderful event with a wonderful cause. Let's talk a little bit about how that money that gets raised for this event is going to be used. We've got the broad, the overview, but what does it specifically go to?
What they end up doing is paying for transportation with children, no matter where they live. They'll bring them to medical centers that do these specialty surgeries, and sometimes it's based on economics. Actually, the surgeries in the United States charge quite a bit of money, even from the hospital standpoint. Most of the time, the doctors will donate their services, but getting them there and covering the expenses of the family during these multiple surgeries gets costly, of course, and so this is where they'll spend some of that money. So
The surgery in and of itself is a highly expensive surgery, but then to your point, there's all these other factors. Families would need to take off work and travel and all of these things.
Right.
So what a wonderful cause.
And Jack, I'm just curious, before we go, we just have just over a minute left here, but what do you hope to accomplish? What are the goals of this event?
my target when I first started this was to raise $25,000 to $30,000, and that would mean 2 complete full sellouts at the River Arts Theater, which will hold about 500 people. And so far we have 16,000 plus, and we still have 3 weeks to go. And so things are, and I think I like to say the gray-haired people, which are the ones that mostly enjoy this music, don't buy green bananas, but the bananas are starting to ripen now, so we can they can buy their tickets soon, and so it's all shaping up quite well.
That's so exciting. What a great event. And real quick before we go, is there anything extra special you want to share about this event?
The doctor who did my surgeries 30 years ago is planning on being here, which is putting a nice ribbon around the whole concert. And he did write a book. He's a couple of years back, and he will be having a book signing, and he will also be doing an intermission of each show as to what the foundation does. So you'll see some pictures of kids and how they've transformed from their first original problem to looking normal, and that's all what his life has been built around. That's all these years. So
Wow, that's really special. What an incredible, life-changing opportunity for people to have fun and give back.
yes, people are enjoying the show while and the money they're paying for their ticket is going to end up being helping kids change their whole lives. So it's really far more important than the effect of what they do, but just enjoying the show.
Thank you, Jack.
Jack Akola, thank you so much for joining us today. Check out the event. If you'd like to buy tickets, you can get them at riverartsinc.org or call the number on your screen. We'll be right back with more Wisconsin Family right after this. And welcome back to Wisconsin Family, and we've been having a fabulous time here at the Beer Stew.
Oh yes, we
here
have.
at Capitol Brewery, and we are so excited now to be joined by the president Scott Wiener.
Yeah, this is a treat. Thank you so much for having us and joining us today.
You're very welcome. It's a pleasure being here.
Good.
So for viewers who don't know a little bit about your history, talk to us a little bit about how long Capital Brewery has been brewing beer.
Sure. We were incorporated in 1984 as a company, but we've been brewing since 1986. So if you do the math, it's been 30 years.
That's
Wow.
such an incredible milestone. Congratulations
Thank you
to
very
you
much.
and your team, and what a, it's, those first few years can be challenging, and there's so many craft breweries out there now, and here you guys are 30 years later making your mark on the community and beyond. So
Have you guys been here the whole time?
We have. Originally, this building was owned by the Meso Egg Factory. So it was a manufacturing facility before we started to rent it, and we purchased the building about 25 years ago.
for you. Well, I like beer better than I like eggs, so I enjoy this change. Although you can have both, sometimes together.
Sure.
Let's talk a little bit about what you're going to do, because this is such a huge milestone, such an exciting time. How are you going to celebrate?
We have we're planning a number of events and special brews. The first public consumption occurred on June 13th, 1986, at what was formerly it's currently the Overture Center down on State Street in Madison. It was originally the Civic Center.
Yeah, the Civic Center, yep.
And we had our first sampling there, and we're hoping to loop back and have another sampling there and at a number of bars and restaurants in the area. We also have some special events planned, and we'll be rolling those out over the remainder of the year. And last but not least, we're going to be brewing some special beers. And so we'll be releasing those on a regular basis.
All right.
That's cool. In
That's
honor of 30
fabulous.
years of brewing excellence.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's great. So when I walk through the halls of this place, and this is what's really amazing to me, is your walls are literally just covered with different awards that you've won over the years. How many awards has Capital won? I mean, do you have any idea?
Can you
of how
count?
many?
Yeah, do you
Can
know
count?
anymore?
The official number is 235, although, which is very significant. I don't know of any other brewery that has won that many awards. They're not only national, but they're international as well.
Wow.
And it's kind of funny that every time we clean out a closet, we find yet another
Oh my
award.
gosh.
Perhaps from 1988 or
love
1989 that just happened to be
Oh, here's another one hanging on the wall.
filed,
You're
somewhere.
going to need to expand just to house all your awards.
We may have to add another row above the existing awards. And in fact, last year alone, we won 16 medals in the World Beer Championship, just in 1 year and one championship.
That's incredible. Well, congratulations on all your success. And anytime anyone comes and walks the hallways, they can see a sample of your many awards that you have.
Thank you.
Now, let's talk a little bit about, we actually, over the summer, filmed an episode out in the beer garden. We had a lovely time. We also were here for an event late last year. And what a lovely time out in the beer garden. How long has the beer garden been open? Because, boy, folks have had a lot of fun back there.
You bet. It's we like to call it Middleton's backyard.
Yeah.
It's been open since 1988, and originally it was literally about 20 by 40 space that had gravel and a few picnic tables, and that was it. We had a miniature bar, a cooler. We served out of a cooler, and
Don't you love thinking back to your days of a cooler and just a small town?
it was very cash only.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very rudimentary, but the amazing thing is that we've grown it into what's really one of the premier beer gardens in the Midwest. We're very proud of that.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun out there now, boy. That bar is impressive, and what a lovely space for all kinds of great events.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You have events and activity going on year-round here at the brewery, which is so impressive to me. You've got events going on in the summer in the beer garden, and even in the winter, you've got Bachfest out there,
Yes.
which can be kind of cold, depending. I think this year you made out okay. It wasn't quite so cold.
We were very fortunate.
Yeah.
I always say it's a badge of honor to attend Bachfest, because you don't know what you're you're in for. So you
Right.
get the badge even if it's nice out.
Yeah.
True, and you know, you have to be prepared. You have to have a healthy breakfast.
Yeah.
And be dressed accordingly, because sometimes it will be 10 degrees and 6
Yeah.
inches of snow, and sometimes it'll be like this year it was over 50,
Yeah.
and the snow was melting very rapidly, and so
Yeah.
you just have to be ready for
Yeah,
it.
that's
So-
part of the fun.
So give us an overview of some of the other events that you have year-round, both in the beer stube and in the beer garden.
Sure. We do a number of community-related events. We co-op with a number of nonprofits. We work with WORT. We work with the Humane Society on a Dogtoberfest. We do a number of events with many organizations. And also we have private parties for companies, and we encourage the public to call us if they want to have a birthday party or a retirement party, whatever. We do all kinds of things here. So.
That's wonderful. And I just wanted to say that I love Dogtoberfest. What a cute name. That's
you.
hilarious.
Thank you.
And I also enjoy about the beer garden in particular that all kinds of different food vendors will come out for different things.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a gathering of local businesses at times.
Yep.
And I think that's really special right here in Middleton.
Thank you. Absolutely. We encourage, we reach out to the local businesses and restaurants, and we allow people to bring their own food in. We do not have a kitchen. We do not have a restaurant. We encourage people to bring their own food or order from one of the local restaurants, hopefully. Or we have some of the restaurants will actually come and prepare the food here. We have a number of food carts that come and visit. And food carts, as we all know, are gaining in popularity.
Absolutely. So it's kind of a fun opportunity to try different places. But
Absolutely.
you guys are the beer experts, and
Yeah.
you stick to that, and we get to sample other things.
We're the lubrication that that keeps the
Wash
machine
down
that
here.
keeps the machine going.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so this is an exciting moment. Right before we go, we're going to ask the president of Capital Brewery, what is your favorite beer?
Eeny, meeny, miny,
Tough question.
Yeah, it's a very tough question. It's really depends on the season.
Oh, yeah.
If it's a year-round beer, it's got to be our number one amber.
Okay.
It's a go-to beer for not just me, but many people. They know that when they get it and order it and drink it, it's going to be just delicious. And as far as seasonals go, it's either the Maibach or the Winter Skull, which is not on here, but it really depends on the time of year.
You've got the classic, and then
Thank
you've
you.
got your seasonal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love
Yep.
it. Well, thank you for sharing that with us, and your space and your time.
You're very welcome. It's quite an honor. So thank you very much.
Well, Scott Wiener from Capital Brewery, president of Capital Brewery, thank you so much. And that's all the time we've got for Wisconsin Family. We'll see you next time.